Yo, what's going on, man? Free game all day, man. You know what it is, man. Like, subscribe my channel, man. Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and get to it. So, I want to have a little fun with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? But we can laugh, and just have a little fun with this being the way though. So, check this out. Check this out, right? We all have experienced online dating. And I know there's some things about online dating that everybody's frustrated with. Some people are having success, and it's some people who are struggling. I think the people who are really struggling with online dating is the people who expect too much from these people. So, this is what you normally would get when it comes to online dating, right? So, some people like they start off, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all share each other, likes and dislikes and stuff that you want. The number one thing that I when I listen to and I talk to people about online dating is that their expectations is too high. You're talking to a complete stranger. You don't know this person from the man of the moon. You don't know who this person is. You don't know what this person does. For the most part, I really don't personally believe anything somebody say when it comes to online dating. Like, I ain't. What I mean by believe, I'm talking about just the intent. You know how many women have like told me, "Oh yeah, I'm just looking for some real," or you know, um, I don't do this. I just kind of like I just like it seems like everybody wants the same thing and they're looking for that. And this is just coming from a male perspective. So I don't believe none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the truth about online dating. I feel like maybe 90% of the people who does online dating, not all of them, but most of them are pretty easy. And when I mean easy, I'm talking about laying in bed easy. They're pretty easy, and they also are lying about their intent. These people don't want anything serious. If you meet somebody, if you online dating and you meet somebody and they talking about like they want to get married, all of that. First off, a lot of people, a lot of women that goes on online dating, they're trying to push the issue of a date. They want a date, and most guys who online date because of previous experience. So you got like MySpace and you know, shit like that, Black Planet, whatever. There's other little online sites like Tinder, like especially like what's the one Tag, all of that shit. They getting in it. They getting it in. You know what I'm saying? They getting it in on that. So they actually really doing that shit. But so the perspective, perception of it is pretty easy. So I've heard all type of horror stories. Men, talking about sex off the top. They talking about that. I mean, they just moving too quick with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't really take all that. You know what I'm saying? But overall, though, if you having any kind of expectations when you're going to online dating, you need to kill that shit. Cause I'm telling you, all you're gonna do is disappoint yourself if you're expecting something real. It's nothing real. Now, there are very few situations where you actually meet somebody who is actually solid, actually 100, and they really mean what they say and they really, backing all that up. But the thing about online dating is that nobody knows anything. Now you might meet somebody who you actually might have some type of, have mutual friends, or y'all might have went to the same high school, or same area town. It could be any of that shit. But having expectations and thinking that this person is going to be your life, think about it. Don't you think it's something wrong with somebody looking for a husband or a wife, or looking for a relationship online? That ain't weird to y'all. Like when someone asks me that, and they're like, "Oh, so what are you looking for?" Looking for? Like, I'm not looking for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my agenda. That's not my purpose of being on here. You know, like that. Just because I'm on here don't mean I got to be looking for something. Like if you out somewhere, and like a man, you out somewhere, you meet somebody who's attractive. That's the same thing. You inboxing them or you hollering at them. It's no difference. So when you meet somebody out, that means that you got to be looking to spend the rest of your life with somebody. Like, it's something wrong with a person who really believes or think that. Now, the approach you should have, it just should be open to, maybe possibly, have a drink, sit down and get to know, what I'm saying? I guess after numerous conversations, if that's what you really on here for. Now, some people just want to get it in. So they might be attracted. Hey, I like you, and they might just hook up. And we all adults, so that's what they want to do. But it just doesn't happen that often. Like when someone actually goes out, when somebody, like once you probably had sex with them, maybe once or twice, it depends on what's going on. It could really be good, and it could be one time. And you probably will never talk to them again. Like, you'll never see that person again, because it's like it's kind of like the little saying, like, with what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So a lot of people who are doing a lot of stuff online don't want that to get out. So they'll do this stuff, and then they don't never want to talk to you again, because nine times out of 10, this is the number one reason why this happened. I'm pretty sure y'all know it too. They are in a relationship and they're cheating, or they just don't want that shit to come back to their home. That's the number one reason why this type of stuff happens. A lot of people online have somebody. They're involved with people, and this is their way of kind of fucking around without going out. You meet somebody without sitting at a bar all day, any of that. This is their way. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever met someone, and y'all probably talked a good game, and y'all finally hooked up, and then when y'all hooked up, it's like after that, it was over with. You ain't talk to them no more. That's why they didn't want that shit to come back home. You know what I'm saying? So they went. So my dad used to use this term a long time ago, and it's funny. And he called that like, for a woman, it's called stealing some dick. You know what I'm saying? I guess for a man, it's like you went and, you snuck your little pussy. You know what I'm saying? But for a woman, you're stealing some dick. So it's like, that's what it is. So you can't have no expectations going into online dating. You just have to, know what it is. Now, Facebook, meet somebody on Facebook, for some odd reason, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? You meet somebody on Facebook, it's really kind of like meeting them in person, because you see all this information on them. A profile on online dating, they could be lying. You know what I'm saying? They could be lying. They could make up anything. I mean, people can lie on Facebook too, but 9 times out of 10, it's too many people who know them, so they're not going to really lie about that. But online dating, like 9 times out of 10, it ain't going. They can say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it, or they'll try to make their standards so high, and then this thing, you know, they really not even about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what you have to really, like, look out for. And it is what it is. So as a man, me going on the app and online dating, I have not one expectation at all. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you meet somebody and it happens to work out, that's cool. If not, then it is what it is. But do I really look forward to kicking it with that person after that, after that? And listen, let me tell you something. You can't take it personal. If somebody don't want to call you back, or it's no type of real, communication drop after y'all done hooked up, it's okay. That's normal. You know what I'm saying? That's how people normally react off when they do that. So don't online date and be expecting me to love your life. Because 9 times out of 10, it's guys on there that's looking just really for the hookup, you know. And I think what it is that people just want to meet normal people. And in the back of their head, they had this intent. And then, they do what they do. But they know it's not going to be nothing, long term. So it might be some guys that'll lie, because there's a lot of lying going on. And they might say, yeah, I want that. And these girls do the same shit. Like, I remember this one girl, like, she was like, every time she done met a couple guys on there, and she hook up with them, or they kick it, and then next thing you know, she don't hear nothing from her no more. And she turned around and did the same thing. But she was talking about how she didn't want to meet nobody who gonna do her like that, because everybody's doing it. That's just the game. You know what I'm saying? And like, don't get me wrong, it might be some genuine people on there, but overall though, that's really the game with online dating. Like, people lie. They gonna make it seem like they want the world, or they just so ready to be committed to somebody. And it really, at the end of the day, they just want to meet a decent person to hook up with, or they can establish some type of long term situation, like far as like a hookup. If it comes to that, some people and then some people who don't want that at all. They just want to fuck, and they just want to get the fuck on. And most of the people who have that mentality, they have somebody already, and they just don't want that shit coming back home. So that's my free game for today on online dating, man. I hope y'all take heed to this. You can avoid a lot of bullshit. If you're the type of person that don't have an issue or problem with going out and meeting somebody, and you've been using this format for years, listen, don't have a high expectation going into that, because these people is really about hooking up, And like I said, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't get upset. Don't take it personal because you didn't talk to them no more. 9 times out of 10, these dudes and women, they both have somebody. So they gonna lie and act like they don't have nobody, but they really do. Anyway, man, that's my free game for the day, man. Y'all be easy, man. I'll holler at y'all.